Previously on T&C D&D.
Are we pro-gnome or are we anti-gnome?
That's up to you, really, isn't it? Like, how do you feel about gnomes?
Well, our job is to warn the gnomes of the hobgoblins, right?
Yeah, and you kind of wanted them to get a message out to town to say like they need.
So we're a bit roughed up, really, from the last couple. So I say to them, not much. We're just out. We're taking a stroll. What the fuck do you think we're doing? Okay, we're here to warn you, motherfucker.
Like Councillor Gendruck's personal butler has kind of gone fishing down this way, and we were coming to warn him to come straight back to the village because it just wasn't safe.
He's dead. He's gone.
We saw those hobgoblins. They just swarmed on him.
I wouldn't bother, mate.
Does a quick wave of his hands, and the cliff face vanishes, fades into mist, and in front of you is a hill going upwards, and high walls that are hidden by this illusion.
Wakanda.
Gnomes posted on them. It's like if we get through the walls, we'll be safe in there, and we can discuss what we need to do about the councillor's butler. As you sort of crest over the hill, you can see the city itself is bigger than you were anticipating. It's as Michelle Rodriguez said, you were expecting water wheels and a sort of Ewok village type thing. But it looks
That's weird. That's suspicious.
The council meets up once a day. The next meeting will be tomorrow at noon. I can point you. It'll be in the central pavilion. I'll draw you a little map so you can find it. That's where they'll be meeting up. You have to go there.
I tend to guys, and I'm like, I don't know what about you, but I'm gonna seek shelter with my brothers, with my rope Judicians, and we meet up here at 9 o'clock.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, splitting the party's never a bad idea.
Okay, the goose feather is it takes you a little. You kind of walk past it a few times before you see the sign which has got a goose with a tankard in its mouth or kind of in its beak, kind of
That's
holding
hilarious.
it. And you see it, but you can't see a building. It takes you a few passes until you see hang on a minute. Look down. There's a cellar that opens up into the this. You turn around and you do actually recognise the person at the table next to you. It's someone you kind of knew from your Imps and Tiefling days. Someone who was at Jenny's party. You knew his name was Jimmy. He always wore a top hat everywhere, so he was known as Jimmy the Hat. I didn't see it, but I saw this winged figure kind of flying above the boat that I was on, and just it flying past sent the wave everywhere. I was lucky to get across.
We have not mentioned that. Yes, Jimmy the Hat. There was a giant flying monster that seemed otherworldly that we never bothered to talk about.
What is wrong with?
What's this job you got for us, Jimmy?
Well, keep it, keep it kind of on the down low and everything. But we heard about the butler that was.
This guy again, he's dead.
Really popular
over
butler.
A really unpopular, but he's a really unpopular, not popular guy, a nosy guy was. I've heard said about him. Apparently, there are certain interested parties who kind of want to see the councillor go the same way, if you get me.
So, okay, everybody get into character.
Wake up.
Right.
You get a good night's sleep.
I'm a hot Mexican lady. I wear leather bikinis. I have an eye patch. No one gives me any guff. I think that's pretty much how I approach life in general anyway. Isn't it? It makes more sense in the game.
Latina lady.
Yes.
I always said so.
Matt Hensman, do you approach life as a half orc?
Go on, smash everything in my way. I try.
Yes. Okay, so who's going first? Because we're in different places, aren't we?
Let's start with Badge. You wake up in the temple.
DM's dead.
You've had a lovely night's rest. You got all your spells back. You free to do whatever you want.
Okay, so I don't know anything about that. Michelle and Snaggle have been hired to kill I don't know anything about that.
Nope.
So
Yeah,
just remind me again, what was our mission in coming here?
You've got a meeting with the council at noon, so you've got the morning to do whatever you want. You've also been given a little map that shows you where the council pavilion is.
I would find the head priest, the Pope. What is the authority figure in this church called?
It's Neo-Roman.
Neo-Roman Judician. It's the reason you're making up as you go along. So
The head one of those.
The head guy.
The
Rabbi Pope.
The priest who lives there is a guy called Adric. And he's like he's a dwarf with a big bushy white beard. It's like, oh, Brother Badge, you're awake. Sleep.
Thank you heartily for such a good night's sleep. A good night's sleep, not like I've had in a long time. I may have mentioned this before. Some of my friends and we're gonna go and meet with the council today. You had any dealings with that there council?
Not for a long time, I'm afraid. When we set up our chapel in the town, we had to fill in some forms and some paperwork. You understand what that's like. But since then, they've been pretty accommodating. Generally, they let the townspeople go about their business. They seem to be really magnanimous, and at least they're friendly enough to different religions to have all the different temples, to all the faiths in here, even though ours is the best.
Ours is the only true one. Yeah, I didn't know that myself, and so they probably haven't seen what I've seen to know that it's true. So they're probably going off faith, which is
My child,
crazy.
we must all take a leaf of faith.
You would think.
All beneath the auspices of the holy moldy pair of our religion.
So
But again, it's not made up.
So we're on good terms with this organisation. We're on good terms with the council.
They're pretty friendly on the whole. There are three members of the council who.
That was my next question.
There's they each represent a different interest in the town. So the gnomes are represented by a man named Fabian Tarkleby, who oversees the magical needs of the city. The human councillor is a woman named
Jill from the
Counts.
Barbara.
Kelsey.
Named, I'm not stalling for time. Named Kira.
Kira.
She runs the trade and the general trade in the area.
The human-related day-to-day things.
Yep. And finally, there's the half-orc councillor Grenduk, who oversees the manufacturing and also deals with the dwarves as well. He's a pretty imposing guy, and especially since his favourite butler was recently murdered, as you may be aware.
Shit. I did hear about that nasty stuff. It's crazy. You could be hit by a bus walking the street. You could be thunder waved just by a lake if that's where he indeed was. I have very limited information on the subject.
We all have a time to go, my child.
We do, and it's not necessarily up to us. It's up to that God that is, again, apparently real.
Totally real.
So, Dweedon's the half-orc guy. He's imposing, and he's not really in the best of moods lately.
Bendrock's the half-orc guy. He's known to be gruff but friendly. He's not gruff but good-hearted. And he wants what's best for the city.
Okay, would you say that he? Because I believe I have a half-orc friend, if I'm remembering Snaggletooth correctly. Would you say?
I'm saying I don't see life through that lens of race. So he could be
It's only been a few hours. But
do you think the half-orc councillor would prefer to deal with one of his own? Do you think that would smooth things over?
It doesn't really make much difference. He's equally as gruff with the orcs and the dwarves and the humans as he is with the gnomes and everyone else.
Guy needs to get laid.
Well, as you know, in Neo-Judician real faith. We all take a vow of chastity.
Ah!
Listen,
Sucks to be you,
Bring
Badge.
yourself closer to the moody pair.
Unfortunately, Your Great Holiness, that has been no problem for me, and I mean no problem. And when I say no problem, I mean no problem. I am.
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised
okay.
how many people who come to our faith say the same thing.
We're an antisocial bunch.
What about those rotten pears that you worship, hanging around you and helping the sweet ladies?
It's been said too, but we all move close to the pair. Blessed be.
Okay. Well, this has been super helpful. Thank you for the information plus the bed.
No problem.
I am gonna.
Go ahead, no,
I'm gonna take my leave at this moment. I am sure the path of the Great Pair will lead us back to each other in time.
Indeed.
And
If you ever need a place to stay, you're more than welcome.
And if you ever need the place to stay, I would be happy to recommend some great hotels and inns. Just great
There's
establishments.
no need of inns and taverns. I'm content under the light of the pair, but thank you anyway, brother.
Well, I appreciate what you help you've offered, and after parting on good terms, I'm going to gather my stuff and go looking for my compatriots.
Cool. Who are waking up at the inn? In the Goose
Yay.
Feather. How
So,
hungover are you?
I think we had a sensible one because we knew we had to go speak to some important people today. So I'm just going to knock on Snaggletooth's door to make sure he's awake. That's me knocking on your door.
In there.
Good in post.
Yeah, ends it.
Intervention. See, the imposters will go.
Have I got a door I can open?
No, I'm doing it in post. It's fine. People don't even watch their own adventure series. So, Snaggletooth, are you ready to go meet Badge and go to speak to some noble people?
Yeah, this seems awfully familiar.
I don't know what you are talking about. Me and
Like you've had a
Snaggletooth
vision.
leave the hotel.
Like you've had a vision of how it went in the night.
Yeah,
It was
it's
promptly deleted in the morning.
yeah. It's almost like a Mandela effect. It's like, didn't we?
Multiverse.
I fear if we try and just go in and just rumble and just shout surprise and try and assault the council,
we won't do
things aren't going to go well.
So what we'll do is we'll have a nice conversation with them, and
Yeah,
they'll see
I think-
things from our point of view. We've got to warn them about the goblins. Was it
Them.
goblins?
The
Yeah.
Knolls.
Knolls.
Goblins and
Goblins,
goblins.
gnolls, anything else that might be out there, and try and get paid.
Trying it face.
What's your read on this Jimmy the Hat character? Now that you've had time to sleep on it, do we trust him?
After sleeping on it and playing out that scenario in in my subconscious, I don't think that's going to go particularly well. So
Okay,
I'd sack him off and we'll deal with him later.
make a mental note. If we cross paths with him again, stab him in the neck, move on.
But didn't we try that as well? We did try that. We did try that. And
Not in canon.
Grabbed him,
Not
you
in the
grabbed him
current
like
canon.
no, it was that was in the canon.
yeah, like
Just stuff that happened
like grabbed
afterwards.
him and put him against the wall, but like he like had a knife and he was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's all be cool, be friends. Here.
Okay, so we're outside now. We're gonna go meet Badge.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
Cool. It heads towards you head towards the agreed meeting place with Badge, who's already there waiting for you, looking especially pious and with a faint aroma of pears floating around him. A holy aura of pears.
You would smell holy pears?
You rang.
How was your night with the religios, Badge?
You know what? Surprisingly nice. Like
Oh,
they took care of me. Like, and
because
they
as I
didn't
remember,
know.
you were a staunch atheist this last time we spoke.
100%. And I. Long story short, I saw some shit.
Does it turn out that it's real?
It does. I'm worried that hasn't changed my worldview. I feel like that would be a revelation for most people, and I just feel kind of like cold and empty inside.
Hey, interesting.
Yeah, but so he told me a lot about the council,
Mm-hmm.
and I relay the information that was relayed to me.
And I go, ooh, a half orc.
Why? What's special about a half orc?
Oh, we've got one of those.
Well, okay, but Jesus, don't. I don't think
Sorry,
it's like
I don't
that.
have much diplomacy. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm saying if it comes time that we need to sweet him, we can use big
I
Snaggle
asked.
here.
I
You
asked
asked?
that as well, and I was
Yes.
told
I'm sorry,
that
Snaggle. He asked.
he's
Okay,
a
never
very
mind.
surly individual to all creeds and colors.
Mhm. Well, all
So
we're doing
that's a
really
no-go.
is convincing them that we need help getting rid of all the bad guys that are approaching the village. So I'm sure they'll be on our side with this, won't they?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's our only goal going into this meeting.
Certainly not going to try and kill him.
Why would
No.
we try and kill him?
It's just hats and jimmies and whatnot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We're past it.
Okay. Well, I say there's no time like the present. Let's go and do this.
You're cool to head down to the council chamber.
Yup.
Absolutely.
The council pavilion is. You follow the map that Warren Will Feather gave you.
Good dude.
Good guy. Nice
bro.
dude. Showed you around town. Gave you the map. You follow it around. It's good directions. You go past a lot of the. As you know, the gnomes of Craker's Gap love their topiary, so they've got a lot of topiary and druid craft to get these hedge figures of people. So there's lots of old historical figures and battles, and if you like, occasionally you see the odd what you are 100% convinced is some kind of weird pornography ones that you're like, hang on a minute, those two are fucking
lining the walls,
like on the way, like very tucked away at the back of the gardens, like
It's not. Is it like those classy, like ancient art depictions of two naked people loving each other, or is it just like some dude giving some other dude a rim job? Just in,
they're very
in
classy,
mosaics.
very, very classy.
No rusty trombone
different
statues or
rim jobs.
anything. No. Okay.
Okay. But it's mostly tasteful. You make your way there. It's a beautiful, like, as you've known about Craker's Gap, the buildings tend to be quite short, and tall buildings for a gnome are like average sized buildings for everyone else. But the pavilion is this huge, like, for Craker's Gap, huge. It's like the size of a medium sized church. Still pretty impressive, but
this is where all the political people live, is it?
All important.
Yeah, it figures, doesn't it? Hey, doesn't it? Figures, doesn't it?
Yeah, they get the bigger stuff.
This is how the half live.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards around.
The other halflings live. D&D pun counter in the corner of the screen there.
Hey.
Yeah, there's lots of guards around. They just like they're letting people in because the council meets openly with the public.
Okay.
People can come and petition them, so you're not really stopped from going in the ground. But as you approach the pavilion, there's a couple of gnome guards who approach and it's like, are you here to see the council?
Yes.
Oh.
No, we're here to go 10-pin bowling. Yes, we're here to see the council.
That's over the road, the 10-pin bowling.
How many?
Okay.
How many?
Someone make a note of that.
Yeah.
10-pin bowling.
Can I get your names for the register so you can be announced when you go in?
William Atherton.
What names you give? Sorry.
William Atherton.
William Atherton.
Okay, and I guess I am Lady Bumblebee Fortuna.
Okay.
Heiress to the Bumblebee Honey Fortune.
Heiress to the Bumblebee Honey Fortune.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is my sweaty manservant.
Sweaty manservant.
He has a name.
I was going to say.
No, it doesn't have a name.
Silence! I don't want to speak.
This is going to go great.
Okay, you're on the register. If you should be able to go straight through, no problem. I will ask, however, that before you go inside, if you relinquish any weapons that you're carrying on the side here, and there's a gnome along just opposite him, like with a load of like boxes and like
But-
rack to hold
okay.
weapons.
Are you asking or telling?
Well, we're not allowed to bring any visitors aren't allowed to come approach the council with weapons. You understand, especially in today's climate. With
You
what's
did not
going
answer
on.
my questions. I'm going to start walking towards the door without doing my weapons.
Sir, Mr. Atherton, sir.
Hi, hello.
It's a formality. It's very, as you know, these are important people who run the city. We don't want at risk of, and they meet openly with the public. We don't want them under threat, so to speak.
These are
We'll
gnomes telling us what to do.
want-
Fuck those guys.
It would be
Yeah, but like, what? For what reason would I ever need to use my scimitar in there? You know, don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
exactly. If you leave the scimitar with us and any other weapons that you're carrying, we'll.
Well,
Then
my,
once I do that and I get in there, if they start shit, I
settle
won't
down,
have-
settle down.
the means.
My manservant here has to carry a weapon as part of his religion. So are you gonna?
That is also
encroach
true.
on our
Yeah.
religious beliefs?
Yeah, I think when we last came, it was an emotional support. Great act.
That's
if you
right.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check. Whoever
Who?
wants to. All here if you're going with the.
We're all going
Well,
with
we'll do a group one.
So what's that
Group one.
under?
It's. I think you've got. Yeah, you've got proficiency with it, so it's just your. It'd just be +2 for you, Snaggletooth.
Mine was a 17.
What die? Oh, it's a 20.
20,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
13 for me.
I thought you'd rolled a 20.
No,
17 for
13
me.
I rolled.
It'd also be like 15 on the dice, so that'll do it. To be honest, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
that and me get my phone out. I was like, I'm gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna name
So
names.
sorry.
Let me in.
I didn't realize. Of course. Keep. As we
You're
know,
a
it's like-
racist.
It's
You're a
offensive
racist.
to ask an orc to.
I go full Becky in this situation. You're a racist. I want your name. I want your supervisor's email.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Huh?
Yeah, you're gonna sneeze. This is the power of
Sneezes in
the Becky.
I can't-
outrage,
bless
in
you.
terror.
Okay, so we're going right past this one, and we're inside the
Um,
ornate chamber.
However, you need to. It's only your half orc, Mr. Sweaty Manservant, who'll be allowed to carry weapons inside. Everyone else has to.
Fair enough.
If it speeds it up, yeah.
You will get these back as you leave.
All these, I
That's
tell you
cool.
what, all these weapons mandates, it's not freedom. This is exactly what happened in Germany.
Constitution says
Yeah.
a right to.
Oh, here
bear
we go.
scimitars.
Yeah.
Okay, so they put they're respectful with all the weapons that you've got. They keep them to one side. They leave like a little note to say these belong to your elaborate fake names, William Atherton,
Which we'll need to remember.
and Sweaty Manservant.
Yeah.
They're like kept to one side. Okay, I don't see any reason why you can't go in. They hand the note off. The huge doors open up, and it's a massive chamber, like
Yes.
just a round room with there's like a balcony just directly ahead of you, and you can see 3 people on there: a gnome man, a human woman, and a half orc man, just kind of sat there with his arms folded, like a huge half orc man with his arms folded, wearing a set of dark sunglasses type thing, just watching people come through. There's two like large statues on either side of the room. Look like they look like statues of gnomes, but just really big. There's a lot of guards in there.
Big gnomes.
Big gnomes, but twice the size of Snaggletooth, but still identifiable.
They're big gnomes.
There's a guy, like a gnome with a long staff, like presenting William Atherton, Lady Bumblebee Fortuna, heiress to the Bumblebee Honey Fortune, and Sweaty Manservant.
Unnamed Sweaty Manservant, have you?
Okay, so here's the scoop, people in the game. I reckon what we do now is we roll to see who has to explain this to the whole council. So whoever gets the highest number is in charge of explaining this.
Let's do it. Rollies.
20. I have a 6.
8.
20.
Oh.
Mr.
Okay,
Manservant, you have the floor.
People of the council, my sweaty manservants would like a word with you, and I'm okay with that for some reason.
I just like this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
This is a bad idea.
The gnome is like, welcome, my name is Fabian Tarkleby. I'm
It
the
is.
speaker of the house for today. What can we help you with?
I'll level with you. There's some shit going down, and this town is fucked. Unless you
Now
do.
it's fuck, Joe.
Yeah.
You're trying to be like a hype man.
The half-orc says, what?
Yeah, so there's
What trouble?
you've got like this massive hobgoblin problem. They're fucking everywhere, and not to be like one of those who's like a joke. Have you seen these? They're coming over here into this town wearing our cloaks and running about doing
Not like that.
No.
yeah. But yeah, they're fucking everywhere, man. You need to do something about them.
The hobgoblin
Ill intent,
community
yo.
in this city are hard-working people who come in and they just want to live their lives and be helpful.
Yeah, the ones outside the city, the ones causing all the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Outside the city.
You're in a bubble here, councillor, and it's about to burst.
What can you tell? Like the gnome is like. Can you tell us more about the trouble outside the city?
They're attacking everyone, like coming in, and it's affecting all like Kira's trade shit and that, and it's fucked.
Tell them about the hyena men, sweaty manservants.
There was
Hyena men.
Knowles.
Grumble, grumble.
Yeah, like not of the Edmonds variety, but of the actual.
The gnomes that we have had.
Yeah,
some...
they're more like the Clark ones, and like he's been a twat recently.
Yeah.
So you don't want them. You prefer Edmonds in this situation, but they're not.
We got
One
straight
situation we
jacked,
would-
yo.
Well, we've had with the Knolls kind of live off to the east of the city. They have been a bit more aggressive of late, and we've sent our usual tribute of food out to them. Mr. Councillor Gendruck, did we ever hear back from people we sent out? No, not yet. He's like scratching his beard.
So how long have they been gone?
Day.
You've been gone a day, and they're just outside the east of the city, and you've done nothing.
Well, we'll send more soldiers out if we don't hear
To
back.
get eaten by fucking gnolls. Listen,
Little
pal,
whisper.
we're here, we've got swords, we're good at killing stuff. If you give us, some venture capital and a few armed men, we'll take care of this.
Yeah.
The human woman speaks up and is like, I will admit I have had some problems getting caravans down south recently. We haven't had a great deal of trade coming through. I feel as though investigating the Knolls would definitely be, and if you are volunteering to help the city out and investigate
Volunteering's a funny way.
you will of course be compensated for your.
That's much
trouble.
better.
Obviously, we're not gonna.
Well, let's talk numbers,
No.
Can
If you come back, if you can. What we normally do is the gnome Fabian Tarkleby speaks up again. What we usually do with the gnolls is every month or so we send out a small amount of food to the gnolls because they're not attacking. They don't attack for no reason. They're just really hungry, and so long as they're fed, they tend to keep themselves. But recently, if what you say is true, they're more aggressive lately, and as my esteemed colleague Councillor Gendruck has said, we haven't heard from the soldiers we sent to check on the latest tribute. I think it would be incredibly useful to the city. The city would be grateful to the sum of. Can we free up 2,000 gold from the treasury? And
It's not going to work for
like
us.
a plus. 2,000 gold from the treasury is.
2,000 gold would be a usual price for a usual problem. You guys got a powder keg on your hands?
Gnolls and hobgoblins, two things.
We'll come back to the hobgoblins in a moment, but can you make a persuasion check just to see if you can haggle them for a bit more money? Whoever wants to.
Oh shit, that's a bad roll.
Oh, it's a bad.
Don't I have
7?
Do I have good persuasion anyway?
Yeah, you do. You get double proficiency, so you're rolling because you're a rogue. You roll your proficiency, which is 2. So you add 4. So you add 6 to the roll.
Okay, so I just rolled a 4.
10.
So add 6 to that.
10. Snaggletooth, did you roll for one as well?
Persuasion.
Is this a D20? Or
Yep.
yeah, right.
And you are rolling.
I'm
Yeah,
going
10 to
to minus it, won't I?
It's +2 for you.
8.
8, 10. So it came out as 10 for most. And they're like,
Come on.
with respect,
Come on. Yeah, man.
this is,
Come on.
we see no reason why we should panic over Julie as of yet. Councillor Gendruck speaks up.
Okay,
and tell you
okay.
what, though.
Okay.
If you can go out, tell me what happened with my soldiers I sent out there. We'll talk.
They straight dead, yo.
We
They
don't know
ain't coming
that.
back.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go
You need
find
new
Go for it,
soldiers.
we'll go find a skull and bring her back. How about
Yeah, what do you want from us?
We want you to deal with the null problem.
that? Okay.
Yeah, you know what,
Oh
guys?
yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm struck by a certain idea here that I'm going to share in private, so I'm going to bow and exit the room gracefully.
You did say you had one thing you wanted to say about the hobgoblins as well down south. Do we need to?
They're nasty as fuck. That's what we're
Same shit.
coming here to
Same
say.
shit.
So the hobgoblins down south seem to be interfering with the trade routes and are
Mhm,
attacking people. What can the council do about that?
Hire
Cash, money,
us.
solve
Yeah,
problems.
We
I
can
know.
send
I know.
a detachment of guards down south to have a look, maybe.
Yeah, that
maybe
worked
as
out well last time, didn't it?
far as-
Went swimmingly.
Listen, man, I'm a hobgoblin specialist, and I know for a fact that an attachment of guards isn't going to do the job.
So what would you
And I have a
suggest?
PhD in Knowles.
What would
Yeah,
you suggest?
we've got a battle plan. It's just it needs, personages and financing. So if you give us some people and some money, we'll take care of it.
Gildruck says, if you go investigate the knolls,
Mhm.
come back, let me know. We'll talk.
Gildruck, how about you investigate my dick?
Okay,
Because
okay,
I don't
guys.
think-
All right.
No,
Thank
okay,
you.
you know what?
No.
What?
No. Backing out the room gracefully. Okay. So, famous aside, with everyone in the party for a change,
Okay.
we're outside. We're talking about this. Okay, so I'm going to preference this by saying this may sound like a super villain's plan, but stay with me. So basically, they won't give us any money till they know that there's trouble coming. So I think what we need to do is make sure that they know trouble's coming by, let's say we get a corpse, one of the ones we've already killed, maybe it's someone else from the village. That's not really important right now. We tear it up ourselves to make it look it's been set upon by gnolls. And we say, oh my God, we found this like a mile outside the doors. This is how close they are.
Are they going to buy that if it's like a mile outside?
Well, we say we found it like fucking over the next hill. So you can't see
How-
them, but trust me, they're there.
How long would it take us to go and find the corpse of the aide that I killed?
It's like that was about a couple of hours away.
There's an emotional connection to that guy
There's
as well.
emotional
So.
connection. Yeah.
I'd say a couple of hours walk, but you are kind of walking through, getting dangerously close to null territory then anyway. So
I ain't afraid of no gnolls.
I am the spooky hyena man.
let me
But
some stats.
Okay.
But
Let
we-
me know you.
could we capture a knoll and just release it in the city, and then we dispatch it?
A false flag.
Is there anyone in town that
Flag,
sells
no
null
operation.
traps? Has anyone got trapping? Yeah, Snaggletooth, you got trapping as one of your things?
So I
Probably
I
would
usually
come
just
under, I
hit
think,
stuff.
Okay, well, we'll get a null. We'll get a baby one, so it's easier to catch, and people will think it's evil anyway. So, are we the bad guys here, guys?
between you and Guildenstern.
The real
Honestly.
crime would not be finishing what we've started.
Yeah, and to be fair, they're knighting people for war crimes, so like we're just doing what they're doing.
Like, fuck those guys.
Yeah, they're like peace envoys now. It's like we're
Knifing people for war crimes.
I what about this?
Okay.
We write a note that says, "We coming for you," signed the Knowles. We wrap that around the brick. We throw it through the window
Are you
of the
getting
council.
confused between the gnolls and the hobgoblins?
I
Two different
yes,
threats.
yes.
We'll call that the not hobgoblin plan then, and we'll stick with. Can we trap a knoll, Matt Holland?
Potentially, if you roll
I
well
think
enough.
us setting
May
up a
certainly
nice
try.
little camp, waiting to trap on, sounds like a good plot point. Anyway,
Mhm.
make
Let's
a
do that.
campfire. Yeah,
Tell stories.
tell some backstories, enrich our characters. See if Badge tries to freestyle rap again.
Did I do that? Yeah. I
You
remember.
did,
That was a couple episodes ago.
and it was really
Was that-
embarrassing because you couldn't really do it, and I called you out on it, and we all laughed
My-
about it.
Nah,
And you
my
turned
flow's
into a idiot and ran away.
my flow's pretty good.
Well,
So
I think you ran Badge and Badge, and that was pretty much it.
So you're planning on heading out to look for a knoll to capture? Is that your?
It's a
We need
knoll
to-
territory.
We need to buy like supplies to make traps or anything.
Yeah, I guess like whatever you want to buy, you're gonna head to the
Oh,
market.
let's go to the market and buy supplies to make traps, like wood and to make cages and shit.
So it's like general, just wood and like
Springs.
Levers. Making supplies. I'd say you're looking at like say 2 gold for what you need. I think.
This is on me,
hang on a
guys. Just
second.
don't worry about it.
One second. I have wild shape, which means I can turn into an animal. Could I turn into a knoll?
A knoll would be it's a humanoid creature, so no.
Boo.
Okay, but
Does
stay
it-
with me. He can turn
does
into a hyena. So what if he turns into a hyena? I put on a trench coat, put him on top of me, so everyone just sees my human body, and we run through town.
It's probably not on the rules, but yes. Yes.
Yeah.
1,000
Okay, we're gonna do
times,
this. Yeah, Yeah.
That's possible.
good teamwork.
So you're gonna buy some trap making supplies?
Yes,
No,
and
I
then on
thought
the
No, we don't need that now.
We're doing that plan. I didn't think we were joking. Let's do that plan. Because then
Right.
Snaggletooth
Well-
could be like our plant in the crowd that could be like, oh no, Knowles.
we'll do that plan just
No.
to see how badly it goes.
And when other people are like, that Knoll looks funny, he can be like, no, they don't.
Okay.
What do you mean they? There's only one of them. Be quiet.
I'll make sure
Do we have a trench coat? I need to hide my hot tits so no one gets distracted by them.
stats for a no one, a hyena in here? So I wanna bring
Does
it up.
anyone have disguised person?
Is a hyena the same stats as a dog or as a cat? What's a
There's actually
hyena?
special stats for a
Canine?
hyena.
Comment below if you know what the origin of the species is.
So many
There's BK now.
animals. Hyena is. Yeah, you can change it to a hyena, no problem. I've got your stats here if you want, whenever you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm gonna limber up. I'm gonna put my cloak around me so no one can see my hot body. Okay, Badge, this is all you, baby. Don't let us
Do
down.
it. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You don't
I-
know. I'm assuming you're
Turn
doing this
to
in like a
hyena.
back alley. You're not just doing it in public.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, we do that.
Back alley. So if you mark down like one use of wild shape, you turn into a hyena.
Okay, you're right. So if you-
Didn't we run? Hold on. Didn't we run into this problem last time where he changed into something and then we couldn't understand him?
Well, we don't need to understand them because we know
Fair
what the
enough.
plan is.
Fair
Right,
enough.
okay, so I'm gonna pick up hyena Badge, put him on my shoulders, secure my cloak around my body.
I can't
I'll
say
say
anything now.
Carry a hyena. I'd say make a strength check, which would be for you would be +1 to whatever you roll on the d20.
15, so
16.
16.
You lift a hyena badge up over your head, swoop a cloak over, so it looks like and then to get a proper knoll disguise. So I think like a hyena on top of a woman's shoulders is knoll-ish.
Missed the master part. Of the, I'm going to be saying
We're-
blah, 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 all the time. so-
We're planning to be running so fast that people can't quite see, and we're gonna have Snaggletooth in the crowd saying, "Oh, it's a knoll! It's a knoll! It's a knoll!" Just like spreading it like whispers.
Okay.
Okay.
So Snaggletooth, you're gonna head up into the crowd and try and like just
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
try and
fine.
whip them into.
Yes.
The
Find some
frenzy.
impressionable looking people that we can if there's like a meeting of the fucking flat earth of this world or something, we'll run past
Snaggletooth,
them.
if you roll a investigation check just to examine the crowd and see.
20 again.
20, cool.
Is that a D20 is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a
it's,
D20, yeah.
It's most usually a D20.
Yeah, 20 again.
20 again.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you find
You're gonna find some suckers.
the dumbest looking people. Like just these there's a small family of gnomes who are like they've all got these huge
Coke bottle glasses
that cover an inch away.
Flies buzzing around them, sitting in a pile of manure.
And I think the council is doing the best job that they can with the materials that they've been given. Aren't they doing well? Aren't they doing well?
Yeah, but dude, look, they're not doing a good job. Like you're living in your own filth, and all the town's got to show it. Right? There's all this pornographic token.
Okay.
I read in the newspaper, sir.
Right, so they're mid arguments. So badges on my shoulders. I go, okay, showtime. Here we go. You ready? You psyched? You psyched? Huh? Let's do this thing. Leroy Jenkins.
You see, the problem is now it's so insert, but we need to be looking look, the stuff that's coming in here from out the people that aren't like you. That's what your problems are. Your problems aren't caused by yourselves. Look at that shit.
I want to be like, you know, like when they have Disney parades and there's like a guy in the costume as a villain and he wants to look menacing, but he can't legally touch anyone. Just like, but he can't legally.
Michelle Rodriguez and Badge make a performance.
You motherfucker.
Which is charisma. So for
16.
Michelle Rodriguez, it's +2. For Badge, it's -2. But you've got advantage to roll 2 d20s and take the highest roll.
14.
16, 17, 18.
14.
Oh my god, it's a no! No!
See, look how intimidating it is. If it was legally allowed to touch children, then to have them, I don't know. I don't know what its preferences are. Anyway, it's bad news for you guys.
Yeah.
So are they officially scared?
Oh, that family is terrified. They run off and go, "Oh my god, it's Knowles!" And then
Hysteria.
You realize
just great plan I had.
Ding, 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 ding. Like the alarm bells, the town come in. Like, "Oh my god, Knoll attack!" And Knowles got
smash some carts and fruit boxes.
Kicking stuff over. Like Bruiser Brody in Japan.
Yeah. We go past the priest that gave me shelter last night and I slash him across the face.
You're running all the way to the Temple District.
Yeah.
Or you can get there. There's a squad of 3 town guards as these gnomes pop up.
We didn't think this part through.
No in the city. Like one of them runs off. I'm gonna ask everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh.
We'll just kick their little asses. It's fine. 10.
Well,
add your dexterity to it.
Oops.
Where's my initiative? Do I have anything plus my initiative? It's blank on my PDF.
It's dexterity.
Plus dexterity, I got 14.
I got 12 and +1, so 13.
9 from me.
So I'm at the top.
There's not a whole lot you can do, though.
Kick him in the face. I got legs.
So you got
I got
9.
powerful legs.
You got coat covering your face.
I can sense where they are.
Oh yeah, you can't see, and Badge can't speak to you.
Poke through. He can kick me on the side to go left and kick me on the other side.
It's not Ratatouille, for fuck's sake.
God's got a 10. So
Got
Michelle
4 more
Rodriguez
than
is up first.
Okay, I'm gonna kick this little motherfucker in the face if he doesn't get out of my way.
You got a coat over you, so I'm gonna say any attacks that you make are with disadvantage. If you want to attack for yourself, so if you want to run over and kick him, it's gonna.
I don't see if I have any other options apart from running away. It doesn't sound like a very Michelle Rodriguez thing to do.
I also want to bail because this wasn't the plan.
Michelle Rodriguez with a coat over her head, maybe. You're carrying the no.
Right then, run away then. Fine. Run away to an alley where no one can find us.
Cool. So you can make 30 feet. Like even because you rolled high enough on your strength, even like you're not really slowed down by this hyena on there. I'm gonna roll.
Still making my noises.
Like,
I'm making grassman noises essentially.
he runs off. Okay, so you're running away. Badge, you get a move as well if you want to do something after Michelle Rodriguez.
Can I slash at anyone within range?
Michelle Rodriguez kind of already took you out of range, so
No. I want to spit. Can I spit?
Yep, you can spit.
What
Do I
about if they
need to
give a
roll
DNA
for-
evidence?
I need to roll for spit.
No, just say you spit at them. Oh my god, Noel spits. Oh, yes, everyone.
Careful, it's
And then
acidic.
Yeah.
So then the gnome gods are going to make a insight check, and they rolled a 2, so they believe that
Very
you
insightful.
are for real. You're like, oh, like they're a bit
I had.
terrified. Shitty town guards. They're going to shoot crossbow bolts at you. That's a 9, so that doesn't hit anybody. The other one goes. That's a 7, doesn't hit anybody. 17.
That hits me.
I'm saying they're going for center mass, so they're probably going to shoot
My hot body.
Michelle Rodriguez. So that's got a D6. 6 points of damage as it hits you. So it's not too bad. It kind of like grazes your thigh, kind of things, like as it goes past.
If
Still takes,
only
like,
I
6 points
wore
off,
practical armor, but we just don't live in that world.
It kind of goes across like the leather armor that you've got on, and
Curse my sexy leather armor and its
yeah,
lack
you
of
can
practicability.
Snaggletooth, are you going to do anything next?
Yeah, can I? Well, if I go in and sort of, like, guards, like let the professionals deal with this. Like, this is way above your pay grades.
They are.
You're just like
You should-
shitty gnomes and
Yeah.
everything. So like, stick to your topiary. Like, let me deal with this.
You should ask the council
Please,
if anyone's
please,
come
like,
in and
if you
offered
can
to
help,
do this for you.
We'll get more guards. So you're going to go.
No. You don't need more guards. You need my team. Like, let me show you what I can do. So, can I approach Badge and Michelle Rodriguez, and can we drag them back to the alleyway, or push them back
come back.
towards the alleyway?
Yeah,
If he successfully calmed them down.
Yeah, they're still kind of, they're posted up like in the street. So if you go into an alleyway, they can't see what you're doing from there, and they seem relieved that someone seems to know what they're doing.
So at this point, like they're gonna want some kind of proof that we were a knoll and we're not a knoll. So what do we do?
No, we don't. We just need to do one little fight, and then we run away, making Snaggletooth look big and foreboding.
Or if we drag these to the alleyway and just we
Because we don't have anything for you to
nothing.
come. Yeah, we don't have anything for you to bring out of the alleyway.
You're out of sight now anyway, so you can go out and
Just,
and do stuff if
rip
you
out
want.
some of his hair and then turn back into a human, and then
Oh,
you'll
cool.
just have a handful of.
Or can we do
hyena
that
hair.
like they do in the cartoons, where it's just out of sight and they see like someone fly out from behind the thing and crawling back?
Yeah, I'll like flop out and then go ah.
Yeah, if you're gonna turn back into your elven form and do
I'm gonna
that.
take them off my shoulders first. There you go.
Okay.
Well, I can't. No, they need to see a hyena do that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you do that, but just not on my
Okay, you're
shoulders.
gonna jump off, and then as a hyena, you're gonna be like, ah!
There's the wall.
I ask you to make one more performance check.
Man,
You just charisma.
that is a 17.
That's a 15.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you come out like "Arr!" all convincing. Like it looks like you're being like dragged inside and beaten up by a half orc, and the guards like, oh, they
It's a
got
great
him,
plan.
they got the knoll. Hooray! And
Hooray!
They're gonna look around. They're gonna try and approach to look around the. Oh, sorry, I don't know who this is.
Unprofessional.
Boo.
Unprofessional.
Ooh, this sounds like a good time to take a commercial break.
Actually, yeah.
I just got
Okay,
no
well,
respect for my time whatsoever. Just ring for no reason. All right, that's fine.
hang on. Should we do an episode break there and then? Yeah. Anyone need a ice break or anything?
No, I just thought he might be on the phone. We can keep
no,
going.
no, it's I'm calling
Okay.
back later. Yeah, you look convincing, but the guards are kind of approaching to see what's going on. Like they're anxiously, very slowly, kind of peering around the corner.
Okay, I'm okay. Stay with me. I'm gonna let one titty out, and I'm gonna say, "Oh my god, the knoll it came through here," and because they're distracted by my titty hanging out, so they're not really listening to me. It's not both titties, so I'm still hanging on to a bit of my
Roll
own
for
class.
that.
You see what I mean?
Roll
What's the
for
one
that.
titty dice?
I'm gonna say it'll be, I see perception for them. That's a 14. So they're not distracted by the titty. They're looking
How dare they not be distracted by my titty? I should have went for the right one instead of the left one.
right for the righty.
Oh well.
What do they see when they poke their head in the alley aside from Michelle Rodriguez going half nude?
I am just me back in my human form or my high elf. And I'm on the floor and I'm just exhausted. And I'm looking at Snaggletooth and I'm like, that was bad ass. That was fucking history of violence type shit, man. That was crazy.
You killed
I'm
him?
like, yeah, Noel did that.
He's
to him.
these fuckers are dangerous.
Where's the body?
It's just
Pulverized.
where has anybody?
Like, once you kill a Noel, they turn into Play-Doh. Everyone knows that about Noels, right?
Make a deception check.
All of us?
No, just Michelle Rodriguez this time. That's
16.
Add 6 to it, like 22. Like, I don't think that's right, but I don't know enough about Knowles to dispute it. But that's
Well, how many Knowles have you had near-death encounters with? Because I just had a near-death encounter with one there, and I saw it.
1 and 0.
Counting this one, 1.
Exactly.
There you go.
I'll take your word for it.
I tell you, man, this city's out of control. Knowles breaking in.
If only there was someone that could get rid of all the Knowles before they came to the city. If only there was someone with the budget and the government approval.
The problem seriously. The council, I heard, had a chance to prevent this, and they turned it down.
Sitting
only
there in
hours
their
ago.
ivory tower badge.
Let's
Sitting
just-
there in their ivory
Were
tower.
they ever in
Run
trouble?
through
No.
what you've achieved here. You were hired to do a thing. You've put on an elaborate street play to prove that they need to hire you to do that exact same thing that they've already hired you to do.
We prefer
we
the
can
term
negotiate for
shenanigans.
more money now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still, there's still the threat of the Knowles is definitely, you may be able to ask for more money when
You're damn straight we will.
Okay. So then, that was just a big piss around then, right? Fair enough.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Didn't really achieve anything.
Can we go kill some
Scared some-
Knowles then?
You knocked over a cart or two and
Good times. Good times.
like got to be a Knoll with it, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
It's not the destination that matters, it's the journey to get there.
Sure. So speaking of the destination, so we go camp out by the Knoll encampments and capture them, kill them.
You want to try
Well, we
and-
want to get paid for it first, and we need to go back to the
Well,
council. and
they're not
say,
going to pay us until we bring them some skulls. That's what they said, didn't they?
Yeah, but let's get a deal in place.
They literally, you do have a deal in place already.
But
Yeah,
we
but
didn't
we want
like the
more.
deal that was in place. Yeah.
So you
Well,
wanna haggle?
let's take it to a vote. I want to go back to the council.
I think we should go back because I didn't like the way we came out of there with just what was
Yeah,
good
they fucking
offer.
lowballed us. Yeah.
they
Well,
did.
I don't think this is going to make for very entertaining viewing, so I'm going to go set up camp outside.
Okay, so me and Snaggletooth will go back.
Right.
That's what you wanna do.
Are they still meeting?
Let me roll to see. 24. Let's roll one of these and one of these. Yeah, they're still in session at the moment.
So we go. I give my weapons in, but Snaggletooth gets to keep his because
Yeah.
religion.
Yeah.
We go in, but we go in
Take
like
your names
really.
again.
Yeah, William Atherton still.
And servant.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no bumblebee
just-
woman.
No. Otherwise
Okay,
indisposed.
She's got no problems.
This is kind of approaching like the end of their workday, so they're a bit more tired. And it's like, what?
And I just stroll in like, well. How the tables have turned. A couple hours ago, when taking no threat seriously. Oh, maybe we should. Oh, no, they're fine if we give them food.
We hired you to go and deal with the no problem.
Did you though?
And the councillor Kira was like, "If we paid you, we agreed to pay you 2,000 to head out with a
2,000. Can you
Sam
believe
with
that? Snaggletooth, can you believe that? 2,000.
I mean, this was to deal with an old problem outside,
And now you've
they're
got
inside as well.
breaches.
no
Yeah.
inside the city now."
Yeah, like ask the half-wits with the Coke bottle glasses with the flies buzzing around and like they.
Oh, the
So reliable
family.
witnesses.
You're not
Good.
You're not very well informed about your own encampment, are you?
Make
Is it an echo chamber in here?
persuasion check with disadvantage. Because you've pretty much just come in insultingly, and the last thing you did say to Council Gildrook was investigate my dick. So they do not like you at all.
It's an 8.
10.
6, 10. Listen, deal with the null problem. If the nulls are inside the city, great. Not great.
Great.
But great. That supports your theory. We
I
can
don't-
do something more about it. All we need you to do is head out and investigate what the problem is. Bring back evidence of the soldiers if they're out there. We'll pay you 2,000 gold as a standard rate as an external contractor, which is more than reasonable, I believe. And I believe we have nothing further to discuss. And Councillor Gildruck just gets up and walks off. He's just.
I can't stop him with anything that I say. Is he already gone?
He's gone. And you can try and say something as he's leaving.
No, I'll let him go, and I'll turn. When he goes, I'll turn to the others, and I'll just say to the others, to Fabian and Kira, I'll be like, "I'm so sorry you have to put up with that. I'm so sorry. That must be so." I don't know about Snaggletooth, but I'm getting such toxic work environment vibes.
Roll another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because they don't like you either.
They don't like you.
4.
6.
You got the job
6.
that you need. We'd appreciate it if you left the council chamber and didn't return until you've dealt with the null problem.
But the gnolls are fine. Like, we can take care of the gnolls, but what are we going to do about the mind goblin?
The
Mind Goblin.
Yeah, mind goblin,
Mind
these
goblin.
nuts.
it's making.
Oh.
I was like, please leave the council chamber, please.
Yeah,
And the
I
guards
will leave,
are, like,
okay?
notching
We'll
up
go
their
do your
crossbows.
job for you. And you know what? Next time you have elections around here, expect to see some new candidates in the primary. Because I know of 3 very sturdy and wise individuals who would serve this council a lot better than you jack-offs.
As you're saying this, the guards get closer to you with like their crossbows drawn. The statues of gnomes tilt towards you and start moving towards you.
Yeah, I got
Oh, what are you gonna
deja
do? You're
vu
gonna
about this
fuck me
shit.
like
They're
those
getting
other
the bums
statues?
rush. It was like no one's like pushing you out, but they're very much guiding.
You're getting the bums rush.
You're getting the bums rush.
This is ridiculous. This is so unprofessional. I leave.
They're the ones who are unprofessional.
I leave.
Can we cut to me now?
Yeah. Yes. Are you heading outside the city to?
I'm already outside the city, man. I'm
On
setting
the
up
way.
the encampments.
Okay. You make your way back to the. It's a quiet, peaceful day. You got to follow the path that you went towards the city, towards the. Like, were you heading towards the lake where you thunderbolted Rendell into the lake, or are you heading somewhere else?
Well, the plan was to start capturing gnolls, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, that's where I'm going then. I'm going to go.
Towards the east then. Okay.
Yeah.
We head eastwards, so following the mountain path.
Following the mountain path.
And if you make a survival check, which because you don't have proficiency in it, I don't think it'd just be your wisdom. So that's +1 to whatever you roll in the d20.
5, so 6.
6. You follow the mountain path around and find a spot to camp. You can't hear any like the distinctive the hyena cackle of any gnolls, but it's still early in the day. You're not sure but you feel like this is a good place to set up camp.
I do feel like this is a good place to set up camp. I'm also struck by a certain memory of this wooded land. There's a part of my tragic backstory that hasn't fully formed yet. And I think about that as I look out on the lake, pondering where the decisions in my life have led me and the assholes I've learned to associate with. See, that's called colour, guys. That's how you tell the story.
Okay, so he's waiting there for Badge and Snaggle.
Yes, I am.
With you, okay.
While reflecting.
Yes, like your trail is relatively easy. I'm assuming you've left like markers or something for.
Oh yeah, trail of breadcrumbs for the guys.
Yeah, they can find where you're going.
I have keen sensors anyway, so.
Yeah, Snaggletooth and Badge, are you saying anything as you're on your way to the encampment? Or
don't we need to like prepare for this rather than just leave the city? Weren't we supposed to buy supplies?
I'll say you did if you wanted. Like,
Too late for that now.
Don't worry about it.
If you want trap making supplies, I'll say you did.
No.
If you wanted.
I'm in a bad mood, so I kind of walk in silence.
Okay.
Are you thinking about what you should have said to Gendron?
Oh no!
That's what I should have said.
Oh no! I'm thinking about something much more radical.
Oh, the sound of that.
Michelle Rodriguez's encampment. She's made like it's a really nice camp. Like it's put space for everybody. Just a nice little campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Can you both make survival checks? Just to
myself and Snaggletooth.
Yep. I think you. Oh, you can make nature if you prefer. Actually, you don't have proficiency in that either.
22.
I've got the thing. 18.
18. One thing you do notice about the camp is that just from like following just general looking around at like the grass and like this feels like you get a sense that this is quite a way away from where Knowles might potentially be. Camp's lovely.
Yeah. I just had a good feeling about this spot. I don't actually know anything about Knowles. So, my bad.
That's fine. But you feel like it's still you're enough in the wilderness that you feel like
we can set up deeper into the woods in the morrow and just have bunker down for now.
Cool. So you're just gonna camp for the night.
Well, hang on. Are we back with Michelle Rodriguez yet?
Yep.
Okay. So I storm up to the camp and I'm like, look, I'm with you guys, ride or die. Do whatever you want to do, but I'm putting something on the table and I want us to discuss it very seriously. Let's destroy that town. I don't like those people. I don't like that they gave me lip. I don't like that they think they're better than us. I abandon the Knoll thing and let's go to war with that council.
So, I do kind of see where you're coming from. They are gnomes. It would be easy to take them over. They are quite small, but we are 3 people and there are a lot of them.
They gave me lip. They gave me lip.
Even though we have visions about how much of a shit situation it is taking on the council, they did give him lip. They were quite rude, to be honest.
So what I'm hearing is that you want to abandon this fantasy epic in which we fight gnoll creatures to start a political campaign to overthrow the elders of the village of gnomes.
Absolutely.
Do you think gnomes would vote for non-gnomes?
100%. I got a whole platform about agriculture. No one's talking about agriculture in that political realm.
So I'm gonna bring to mind whatever the D&D version of The Wire is, and let everyone know how much people hated that season where Carcetti ran for council when they should have just been telling stories about the streets.
Okay.
That change your mind at all?
Okay. Fine. But I'm not happy about it. I want that on record.
That's fine.
Okay, so you camp out for the night.
Yes.
You setting a watch? You setting off for watch or anything? You're just going to all just sleep.
Well, it's already said there's nothing around here because of Michelle's shitty survival skills.
I say let's do a watch. Let's take it in turns.
Well, I found camp. I made the camp, and I made the bratwurst that we're all eating, so I'm sleeping.
I'm all amped up, so I'll take first watch.
Mm-hmm.
Probably followed by Snaggletooth, followed by Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay. You take the first watch. Make a perception roll, which is just your wisdom added to the d20.
11.
Actually, no, it'd be your wisdom and your performance proficiency because you've got
11, 12, 13.
+5 for that. So
No. So I've added it on already. I rolled an 8.
okay, so it's 13 in total.
Yeah.
You hear like a very faint shuffling sound coming from the forest to your south. Just like
I would like to creep towards it.
make a stealth check, which is dexterity.
Danger.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Cool.
22.
And roll perception for. Okay, you as you are like approaching with the source of the noise, you smell at first like a very familiar smell, like that horrible rotting smell that you smelled in like Winterscar Village, where the magistrate there was doing some necromancy. And you just catch a whiff of that in the air. It's like, oh, that again. And you see a humanoid figure, just kind of trudging over to you, or like trudging like towards the encampment. They're just trudging, like he's just.
Does he look like in a trance, like sleepwalking, or is he look in control of his senses?
They look very slow. There's like as you get close, there's a very withered, gross-looking person just kind of trudging towards the camp.
Ready my longbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I just call out, "Who goes there?"
The head swivels and like, and the mouth opens, and like, Badge, is that you? Just the mouth isn't moving, but like, Magistrate Holg's voice is coming out.
And I look at him for a long time, and I say, "Snaggletooth?"
Oh, it's not Snaggletooth, you bloody Magistrate Holg. I sent this envoy to see how things went with the council.
Not great, buddy. Could have gone better.
Are they sending aid?
You're looking at it.
This isn't good.
It's not good at all.
Okay. We might have to do something about this. But you're still on side.
If anything, I'm more on side.
Bloody gnome council. Useless. Rely on gnomes for doing an orc's job.
Absolutely.
There is a place that you could go. If you go past Craker's Gap to the north, you'll find a town called Ravendale, where an orc community lives. If you head there, or go past the mountains and head to Adder's Fork and speak to the Duchess, because we need aid. We're slowly running out of food. People are starting to notice the smell of all my underlings. It was a bad situation down here.
Where was the place that the Duchess was?
Adder's Fork. The biggest town in like the peninsula. It's like...
Okay. And you think she'd be more open to helping us than the council?
Duchess has always treated us well. She's just we can't get notes to our usual channels. We clearly can't go through Craker's Gap anymore. So this is it's probably our best bet, but it's a bit of a hike.
Well, if you need help, you need the help. What's going on with this whole thing?
I sent one of the it's just one of my thralls to come down and say I'm using magic to communicate through him, and annoyingly the body I picked was blind, or they had their eyes removed, and you see that the eyes are just gone. Like I can't see. I'm still new to this necromancy thing.
Like Paul did for a second, I thought he was going to say, unfortunately, this body I picked is black. So I am just like, whoo, dodged a bullet. It was like, we might need to find new employment now. Like,
It's just it's a humanoid. Just it's impossible to tell what like whether it's white, black, or anything because it's just so grey and
Yeah, but it would have been the really uncalled for comment that I'd be like, like just imagine going back to the camp and being like, guys,
it's not that sort of D&D.
Yeah, it's over. I'm team council.
I'll work for a necromancer, but I won't work for a racist reference.
No, absolutely.
No way.
Like the zombie creature is like, well, thanks very much for doing this, and again, it's really appreciated what you're doing.
Oh, hey man, don't worry about it.
Thanks again for keeping
Can I
my
just say
secret.
before you go, we took a job with the council, and the way that they operated with us was horrible. So it really means a lot for you to say that right now.
Appreciate that badge.
To work with professionals.
Yeah, you know, and
It
it makes
decision.
me want to do a better job for you.
It's a wise decision hiring you to look after the town.
Yeah,
If that's all, is there anything that you need me to do?
I have a million questions about the dead thing, but we can do that another time.
Very well. You head
At
to
the
the
minute,
Adder's Fork or Ravendale is your best bet for
any
aid.
preference?
Ravendale's closer. I haven't had many dealings with the orcs there, but they're orcs. I understand how they think. They may be up for helping us out. Adder's Fork has the military might, and the Duchess has always been good to us. She's more likely to be helpful, but she's a long way away.
Oh yeah, got ya. No then, I'll report back to my compatriots.
Thanks very much. If nothing else, yeah. The body just like collapses. Like
Well, I obviously nudge you with my foot once or twice, and happy that it doesn't move.
it doesn't smell as bad, weirdly. Like it's
Oh,
the necromancy just seems to smell really bad, but the actual
enhance it.
it's the corpse is so rotted and gross. It's like all the smells are kind of just dust mainly. Like
Okay, so I head back to camp. I assume that's the end of my watch.
that's the end of your watch.
I wake up Snaggletooth for his watch. I relay the information to him and tell him to relay it to Michelle Rodriguez at the end of his watch so that we could discuss it in the morning.
Now your watch has ended. Snaggletooth. It's much darker at night now.
I can see in the dark.
You got dark vision anyway, so it's not as effective on you. If you make a perception check, just to see.
13.
13. That's quiet watch. Nothing. You don't hear anything. Don't notice anything in the bushes. No noise. A couple of birds just going like night birds and owls and stuff, but nothing dangerous. So your watch passes uneventfully. Yeah. And next up is Michelle Rodriguez. You get
Waking up.
woken up.
Putting my coffee on.
Yeah, you got like
Nice.
first watch or like last watch, so you're like gonna have to go up and more. Yeah, I'm assuming you're gonna relay the information that Badge gave you, or you gonna keep it?
Snaggletooth, I would think.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah, sorry. There was some nothing to worry about. But Badge saw a dead dude who was still alive, and some heavy
Okay.
shit. Yeah,
Heavy shit. Yeah. All right.
but it's nothing to worry about. It's like
Nothing to worry about,
The dead guy is like really dead now, and weirdly doesn't smell as bad now that he's actually dead rather than just half dead.
This sounds like Badge just making shit up again.
No, it's the body's still there. You can go and find it. It's down by the river. It's like dude told me once, like if we went down there, there's like a dead body by the river, and yeah. So go and check it out. It's fine, but I don't know what's. We need
Good night,
to.
Snaggletooth.
Yes.
Someone's overtired.
And so Michelle Rodriguez, you take your watch. And it's a couple of hours past. If you want to make a perception check.
7.
Yeah, a couple of hours pass. You watch the sun come up. No noises. Nothing scary happens that you can see. And over time, everyone else kind of wakes up as well. Yeah, so What's the plan?
So obviously saying that the necromancer said he recommended not bothering with the council. He said we could go north past Craig's Gap. We could try Ravendale. The orc community might be a bit more welcoming. That is closer. A better chance of us getting some support would be from Addersfork, and the Duchess there, but that's a little bit of a trek.
I feel like if I was going to fight monstrous dog people, I'd want orcs.
You'd want the orcs, yeah. Let me ask you this. What is the limit on my animal messenger? Could I potentially send my animal messenger to Addersfork?
You've not used any spells yet, so yeah, no, you can. If you find an animal you want to send out there,
two birds at one stone, right?
Let me check on the
range.
Just want to make sure. Yeah, I want to see if it can actually. Like if you send like a bird or something, it'll get there quickly. There's lots of birds around. You can potentially do this. So animal messenger. Animal messenger. Here we go. One action, duration 24 hours. Can be any small. It can be something with a bird. You specify a location which you must have visited. Oh. I'm gonna say screw that. I'm gonna say you can point in the general direction.
Yeah, DM's rules.
Because that's a bit. Because like you can just say send it this way and just deliver the message to whoever. Mm-hmm. The message is specify location, recipient who matches. You have to have a general description of what you want to do, but it can just be someone dressed in as a town guard. It can be up to 25 words.
25 words, okay. So let's discuss what we would say. What's the name of the necromancer guy again?
Magistrate Holg.
Magistrate Holg, and he needs outside help because the gnolls are
the hobgoblins are stopping the trade. Yeah,
are fucking this trade.
So and they can't get messages out through normal channels because of the hobgoblins have kind of taken over the roads and stopped them from sending messages out.
Okay. Remind me of this guy's name one more time.
Holg.
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 Holg requires help.
Mm-hmm.
Overrun with hobgoblins. Please send military assistance, that's 10, as soon as possible. Unable to communicate by usual means.
Cool.
We have 5 words left. If anyone else would like to add anything.
Oh, okay.
Meet us at Ravendale.
Yeah.
Well, okay. There's like this is like a little blue jay, so it's like it like opens its mouth and your message comes out like just exactly as you said it, and then there's like a moment of understanding. You're like, okay,
you've got one more word
if you want to use it.
Bonanza.
Bonanza. It repeats the message back to you. There's a moment of understanding, like a little nod of the head and druid, like just a bit more druidic. So you know that there's like, yeah, this blue jay for 24 hours is gonna fly towards Addersfork, look for anyone in a town guard uniform. After 24 hours, it's gonna forget the message. But I think I'm gonna say 24 hours in flight. Probably will get there within the day.
We'll never forget me and the experience and the friends it's made along the way.
Oh, the blue jay is your mate for life now. Bro for life now with the blue jay.
Yeah.
BJ! BJ for life. BJ, maybe not BJ, but...
Happy to have that.
Yeah. So that blue jay flies off.
Oh, you know BJ? I put my messages in his mouth. You guys know BJ.
Your Honor. So yeah, you send the blue jay off. That message is gonna get there maybe in the next day. So what are you doing in the meantime?
Ravensdale. You
know, abandon the gnoll problem, or
Fuck the Genrich and like his band of twats.
Yeah, like 100% fuck those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head back to in order to get to Ravendale, you have to go through Craker's Gap again. But yeah, you can start making your way back there if you want.
Yep, let's do it. Let's pack it up.
Any objections? No, let's do it. Okay.
On the way back, can everyone make a perception check just to kind of see what?
Ooh, 4.
15.
Oh, I've also rolled a 4. But plus. What's perception? Wisdom? 4,
Wisdom.
6, 7.
7. Snaggletooth, you hear a faint, like not even faint, like just a loud laughter coming from the trees, like, and you're the first to spot 3 gnolls burst out of the trees and charge
Fuck
at you.
these guys up. Come on, guys.
Had these stats open for the whole time, hoping that you could get like a. So I'm going to ask everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Let's finally kick some ass. 12.
16.
Also 12. Liam, me and you need to roll again.
Okay.
Are you adding your dexterity to it? By the way,
Oh, no, what's my dexterity?
17 then for me.
17 for Snaggletooth. Write that down. Your
+4.
dexterity +4, yeah.
Oh, right, so it's Liam first, then me.
Okay. What did you get, Badge? Was that 12, was it?
Well, no, it was a 10. But +2 becomes
Okay.
12. But with Liam's pluses, it becomes
Roll for
14.
all.
Ooh.
So it's 3 of them.
Michelle Rodriguez's.
Thank you. Kayfabe, motherfucker.
They got 3, so they are going dead last.
Yes.
So first up is Snaggletooth.
How far are they away?
Get
Are they
up.
still in the tree?
I'd say the tree line's quite close, so I'd say within 30 feet, so you can get to them if you want.
All right. Have they got advantage for being in the tree?
No, they're not that clever. They just smelled food and legged it at you. So they are not being stealthy at all.
Oh, so they're not in the tree.
Yeah, no, they're coming. They're running from the tree line at you.
Oh, okay. Right. I thought they were in the tree.
No.
Right.
Gnolls can't climb trees.
Oh yeah, of course.
Everyone knows that about gnolls. They turn into
Shit,
Play-Doh. They
That's
can't
actually
climb
a
trees.
really
It's a
offensive
Play-Doh. They
stereotype.
can't
They don't
climb.
like
They
that.
can't climb trees.
Hang on, my battery's down. Just going to change camera batteries.
Unprofessional. You want to
I
talk about
thought
unprofessional?
we were just going to be.
I've
stuck
got
with his
backup
face
batteries.
like that.
Don't worry about it. I don't know where to put them though.
Is
All right,
this
well,
attack a good stopping off point?
No,
Yeah,
we
for
needed
sure.
that.
Break.
Okay, we need action. We need an action finale
Yeah.
to episode 1.
How's the camera looking? Is it
Yeah, it's fine. Just do your thing. I'll be with you.
okay?
all right. So, shall I just rush them and then try and hit one of them with the axe? Let's just do that.
Yeah.
That's D12, isn't it?
Yeah. If you roll a d20 and it's +7,
Oh, 20. Okay. 7. And +7's 14 then.
14. Armor class is 15. So you like charge in with your great axe and take a swipe at them, and one of them is he's got this moldy like shield under one arm, just like and smacks it out the way. The next up is Michelle Rodriguez. If that's all you want to do for your turn. So you know what you're gonna do?
Well, I rolled a 3.
Are you attacking them or are you just...
I mean, I want to attack them, but with a 3, I don't think I'm going to get far. But yeah, let's see what happens.
3 + 6 is 9. So when you charge up to the one that Snaggletooth is going for, and like go for it, and it kind of dodges out the way. Badge, what are you gonna do?
I am just going to take a swipe at the nearest one with my scimitar.
Roll some gold, baby.
Yep.
You need me to
20 +
roll.
4.
for that, yeah?
Yep.
Something good, please.
14.
14. No, 15 was the armor class. So you come charging in, and it's like dodges out the way.
Fucking
I
hell.
like this laughing, yeah.
This is like B-boys just moving out the way of everything, man.
Yeah.
They're not thinking very clearly. They're just going to go for one attack at each of you. Let's say. So the first one gets a 14 to hit Badge. So that Noel comes flying in with a spear, just kind of tries to poke you, and you jump out the way just in time. Going for Michelle Rodriguez, that's a 2. And again, another one comes for you, Michelle Rodriguez, and you kind of flick the spear aside, just not bothered
Wax
by
on,
it.
wax off, motherfucker.
And going for Snaggletooth, that's a 9 plus 10, 11, 12, 13 on Snaggletooth, which does hit. That's a spear is 1d8
Oh no, my manservant.
plus. Oh, so it's 1d6. Is it? Either way, it does 5 points of damage to you, Snaggletooth.
Yeah, so 28.
Not bad, but it's not great.
Up back to the top of the round with
Okay.
Snaggletooth.
Yeah, let's try hitting him again. That was
Yeah.
20 again, wasn't it? 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Right there.
And then roll a D. You hit them with the great axe?
Yep.
It's a D12 plus 5.
12. Right. 11.
11 points of damage to one of them. Cool.
Sorry, that was a roll of 11. So
Oh,
is that
plus-
16?
16. Cool. So 16 to one of them. Cool. So you charge in. It goes for the same shield thing again. You anticipate it, move back, and just whack, hit it really hard across the chest and blow it back a little bit. But it's still standing. It's still laughing. It's like as you hit it. It doesn't seem. It's hurt clearly, but doesn't seem like it's going down. Michelle Rodriguez, you're up next.
17, motherfucker.
Which one are you going for? The one that Snaggletooth is hitting?
Yeah, let's double team this bitch.
Sweet.
So I get my sword and wait. You see what he does. What's he gonna roll?
No, you've hit them. You've just gone and you've hit.
I said, I'll give you something to laugh about, bitch.
Because your pal Snaggletooth is in melee range as well, you get your sneak attack. So you are rolling 1d6. You're rolling 3d6 plus 4. So 3 6-sided dice plus 4.
6, 2, 1.
So 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12, 13. Takes him. Yeah, you come in as Snaggletooth whacks it in the chest and it comes back laughing. You just go whoomp, right through the throat. And it goes
Not anymore, are you dog face bastard?
and dies. So one of them's dead. One of them's off the board. There's 2 left. Badge, what are you doing?
So what is how close are Snaggletooth and Michelle Rodriguez to the enemies?
So they're right up there. They've killed one.
Okay.
There's 2 more on either side.
When I can create and destroy water, how much? Oh, 10 gallons. Shit.
Yep.
Oh no, hang on. Ah, fuck it. I'm just gonna take another swing with my scimitar.
Go for it.
You'll get him this time.
Man, fucking 8. Rolling like shit on that.
12. And you come in and it's dodges it. So there's 2 more
Yeah,
left.
you motherfucker.
He's going to swing back at Badge with his spear. I just want to make sure they're not. They've only got 1 attack. It's fine. That's a plus 4, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, you flick the spear aside with your scimitar and you're still standing, but it's still
And
laughing.
I also say to it.
The other one is going to go for. It's not thinking. It's going straight for Snaggletooth. That's a 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12. Just again on the armor class. That's another 5 points of damage with the spear. It like comes in, stabs you in the side, but again, you're still standing, I think, after that.
Yeah. All right. Let's get. Sure. Fuck it. We'll rage it, and see if we can get rid of the last two.
Cool. So you go into a rage, and you're still just going to swing at the one that attacked you, or the one?
Yeah, the one that attacked me.
Cool. So now it gives you advantage in saving throws, +2 to melee attack, extra. So it's still +7 to your D20 roll.
Yeah. So am I rolling D20 first?
Yep.
Yeah, for the owl class. Yeah. 20, not 20.
Not 20. Awesome.
Yep.
It's a crit.
Nice.
So roll your D12. It's +7 because you're raging. So D12 +7.
A 3.
So you roll 3 on the dice. So I call that a 6 because it's a crit. +7 is 10. So you just fly in like rah, woomph. Just smash the guy who just hit you. Hard. He stabbed you a little bit, but you hit him back way harder. And again, like you just hit him high in the shoulder. He like gets blown back a bit, but he's still laughing. Like, Michelle Rodriguez, you're up next.
I'm gonna swing my sword at its face.
Sweet.
Where's my dice? Here we go, baby. 17.
17 plus. Yeah, that's hit.
I say,
Brilliant.
let's put a smile on that face, Joker. My sword's gonna go like right in between his jaw, so it's like, you know, so it's gonna chop him right fucking through their brain.
And it's again because Snaggletooth's there, you get your +2d6, so it's 3d6 +4 again.
Need them 4, 2, 3.
9 + 4, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that gives it 23. Oh, again, like as the Snaggletooth Michelle Rodriguez tag team is fucking brutal. Like Snaggletooth hits it in the side, knocks it around. You do your badass quip and just hit them with the sword across the face and just sever its entire jaw. So it's like its head is gone except for its lower jaw and its arms again. And then dies. Badge, there's one left on the field. What are you doing with him?
I feel really emasculated and embarrassed, so I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Awesome. So that's a Constitution check, I think, to avoid the damage from that. Oh, but it's still going to take damage either way, just to avoid the blowback.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Cool. Rolled a 10. So yeah, that takes full damage and is blown away.
So it's 2d8.
Yep.
Bear with me a sec. 5.
5. Okay, so you hit it for 5 and you blast it away, bringing back memories of that golden afternoon when you sent the butler to his grave, to his watery grave. The Noel is like blown back to the tree lines, like and just gets knocked. Is it 15 feet?
It is 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so it's blown back 10 feet. It's like and comes straight back in. It's gonna go. It moves straight back towards you, and it's gonna just. It's just mind like completely feral. Just gonna try and bite you. So 6, 10, 10 is not gonna do it.
It's not
just
going
runs
to do it,
in,
Bullfogger.
and like its jaws like like so close to your face, but you like dodge aside and avoid it. Snaggletooth, you're up.
Yeah, let's try and hit with the axe again, I suppose. Am I still raging?
Yep.
Right, so 20, not 20 again.
This
Right.
guy's rolling so many 20s.
Yep.
Rolling hot.
Right.
The same again, just do D12,
roll
double
that
whatever's
again.
on the dice and add 7.
I rolled 3 again.
6 plus 7, so it's 10. So you come in, just whoomph, hit it. Like this time you kind of catch it on the neck with like the haft of the axe and like blow it to one side, and it's a bit like but like it's still on its feet. Michelle Rodriguez,
Can I do a running jump kick at it?
running jump kicks. Are you going for an unarmed attack on it?
Yeah, well, the axe is already in his neck, isn't it? So I'm just going to kick it in further.
Okay. Let's call this a acrobatics check to see if you can hit the axe. So it's going to be D20 plus 6.
D20, 16.
16. That's armor class is 15. So I'm going to say, yeah, you just run in, sort of kick the axe further in.
And I say, what do I say? I say, hey, what's so funny? I've run out of Joker-related puns.
You roll
Tell yourself why you did this.
You roll a D12, which is. I'll try to show you on the camera if I can grab mine.
7.
7. So you kick it in, catch it in even further. 7 plus 15 is, I think this. Oh, okay. You hit it. You jump, run in, kick the axe handle. It goes whoop, right through the throat, and the dead body of the Knowles kind of dangling on Snaggletooth's axe, like going, and it's done. You killed 3 Knowles.
Yeah,
Hooray.
I'm going to pick up the half of the skull of that one that I chopped right down the center, and I'm going to tie it to my waistband so people know that I don't fuck with no Knowles.
I would like to choose any one of them, grab the top of one and grab the bottom, and just pull just to make sure it's not 2 people in a coat.
We really embarrassing to turn out to be a hot lady with a fake hanging on top of him.
Roll an investigation check. Just don't roll a 1. 4. This is not a hot lady with a nose head.
So I was like, what are the odds of someone having the same idea?
The same idea. Okay, so yeah, you killed some Knowles.
So we can take Knowles. That's good to know.
Yeah.
We should have murdered Knowles straight away.
They're not the most. They're scary in the sense if they reduce someone to 0 hit points, they just go into a frenzy and start like going mad. But like, yeah, you handle them. Like,
okay, so wiping the blood from my face and hands, I'm like, where to next, guys?
Ravendale.
Ravendale. That's your next step.
Cool. I guess that's a good place to say this has been another chapter of T&C D&D. Join us next time when we venture to Ravendale and hit up some orcs. Not in a sexual way.
Maybe in a sexual way.